Hello everybody and welcome back to I Was a Teenage Exocolonist, and as you can see, we are grown up. We've got our long luscious hair again. I felt it was only right for us to have long luscious hair to match our GF. And speaking of our GF, let's get a look at her. Oh, I love the way she looks as an adult. I don't like to think about the war, Tammy says, tucking a lock of hair behind her pointed ear. I'm not a soldier, you know, but everyone has to do what they can to pitch in. And what I can do is make sure the colony is running smoothly, so they have a colony to protect. Aw, you're too sweet. Have a cake that I'm pretty sure you made for me. Alright, but as of for the rest of the years, we might go through more than 1 year this time. I'm not entirely sure. It depends on all of the new stuff that happens, if there's like an abundance of stuff or if nothing really happens. So I will just continue running throughout the year, see if anything new happens, do some more tutoring, maybe some more cooking, keep an eye on our mom, all that jazz, so we'll just see what happens. Also, thank you guys very much for all the advice on getting the lounge ending. We will still do the barista ending with Rex just because it seems more appropriate, but we also will do the governor ending with him because I think he deserves it. I don't know why. I feel like I always forget about them, and it seems right to do something important in at least Rex's run. For Nomi, we'll make sure to do something important with them too. But enough about them. This run is about Tammy, so let's get back to that. Aww. Since your conversation with your mom, you can tell her mood is lifting. She still spends a lot of time in the flower bed, but you've also seen her in the canteen, talking to other agriculturalists. Sometimes she even smiles. You still miss your dad, and obviously she still misses her partner, but at least it seems like she's healing, and that's the best you can do sometimes. Oh, it's the party! My birthday party! Alright, you slip in some party clothes and head over to the lounge to celebrate, well, yourselves. And yourself, specifically. It is your birthday, after all. The lounge is decked out, the decorations look expensive. Must have taken a lot of nanoprinter creds. Your friends are transformed, too. Everyone is dressed up and are looking like the young adults you're becoming. You hardly recognize some of them. Mars catches your eye and waves. Alright, let's see. I want to dance! Grab a partner! Okay, Tammy, go find Tammy. Tammy is watching the party from the kitchens, wiping her brow with a dish towel. She seems surprised that you want to dance with her, but lets you lead her onto the floor. She holds you at a respectful distance and follows your lead, though her movements are a little intentional, like she's been working on this in private, pretending to be a princess from a fairy tale. Partway through the song, you bump into Anemone and Vase. Oh no. Oh, Tammy goes red and quickly pulls you away. After the slow songs, oh, she got all embarrassed because of them. Alright, I'm just gonna skip past this. We don't want to see his ugly face more than we have to. Oh, the party fizzles out as everyone drifts away from the lounge. You return to find your mom has stayed up to make sure you got home safe. She's never done that before. You've always been told the colony was safe. Now, you see the grim determination in her eyes, and you know that time is over. That's not good. I'm stressed out for a reason. Tammy beams when she sees you. Oh, it's birthday! Thank you, sweetheart! You're amazing. Oh. You're cleaning up your station and getting ready to leave for the day when you notice Tammy's station is still full of baking supplies. It's been a busy day of cooking like usual, but you offer to help Tammy clean up so that she can leave at a reasonable hour. Oh, no, thank you, Tammy giggles. I'm going to stay a while, actually. I like to study in here. The kitchen is my happy place. You eye the baking ingredients scattered all over her station. Taro flour, sugar, oil. It sure looks like she's planning on baking cookies. Does Aunt Anne know? Is Tammy stealing food to make cookies? Should I spy on her or trust her? I'm a spy on her. You want to trust Tammy, but sometimes her best judgment could use a little helping hand. Instead of leaving, you sneak back through the canteen so you can spy on Tammy. You peer through the serving window. Oh, she's definitely making after-hours cookies. I'll leave her be. Whatever she's doing, you trust her. Tammy would never break the rules. Your trust is rewarded when you return to work the next morning. There's a wrapped box waiting for you on your prep station. Inside there are a dozen perfect-looking cookies and a little note that reads, "Thank you for being the best kitchen buddy a girl could ask for. Auntie Anne says this is my best recipe yet. I hope you like them. They're all for you. XOXO Tammy." Aw, it was a gift for me. You feel ridiculous. How could you have thought even for a second that Tammy would be sneaking around in the kitchen? Tammy doesn't have an underhanded bone in her body. Of course she got permission from Aunt Anne. It was probably supposed to be a secret, to surprise you. The cookies are really good. You make sure to tell Tammy when she reports for work. Yes! They're amazing, Tammy. Everything you do is amazing. Today, oh, look at Nougat! She's all grown up and she's got a tiger tail! Oh, sweetheart, you're so adorable. I love you. Today you're tutoring Nougat and a couple younger kids in ancient Earth geography. They're learning the names of the countries by pointing to them on maps and saying a few facts about them. It seems kind of pointless to memorize places that these kids will never see, but it's not like you teach them much about Vertumnus geography yet. You're still discovering it. "Billions of people?" Nougat says, skeptically squinting at the hollow projection of Earth. "How did they fit everybody on the one little planet, with all the trees and animals and stuff? Was it like one big colony?" I think we should tell the truth, because this is important. We need to learn from our past mistakes, and if we don't tell them what happened, then how are they supposed to learn? Tell the sad truth. You give Nougat the little kid version of the truth that you learned as a kid. You tell her life on Earth was brutal and hard. Humanity destroyed the environment and fought over what was left. There were no trees or animals left, not as many as there should have been anyway. Most people were poor, hungry, and sick, and the ones who weren't kept all the nice things for themselves. At least your parents were lucky to escape on the stratospheric, and you were lucky to be born on it. You're all lucky to be here now, no matter what. At least Vertumnus isn't Earth. Nougat looks bewildered. She doesn't really watch holovids, only cheerful ones for kids that don't address Earth's decline, so she had no idea. "But they still had really, really tall buildings, right? To fit all the people?" she asks. You sigh and tell her that they did. She nods in satisfaction and goes back to her schoolwork. She only cared about skyscrapers. I mean, it's not like we're gonna have those on Vertumnus, so it's important to know. Gotta make sure the tall buildings were real. Those can't be myths, right? "Oh, hey, I've got some good news," Lum adds, jumping back up on stage. "This one's really gonna knock your socks off. The colony has its first pregnancy." The crowd murmurs in excitement, and Lum beckons Tammy to join him. "Everyone give a round of applause to Aspartame here, Vertumnus' first mother." Tammy is beet red all the way to the tips of her ears, but she dutifully does a little twirl so Lum can show her off. "Look at her," he exclaims. "So vibrant, so healthy, just like our young colony. We're proud of you, Tammy. Your child is going to join the ranks of the greatest species the universe has ever seen." Ugh, I hate you. You make everything sound so gross. Lum pumps his fist in the air. I'm not chanting to that. Tammy's pregnant? Tammy descends from the stage into a gaggle of surprised and excited friends. "OMG, is it really true?" Mars asks immediately, taking Tammy by the hands. "Yes," Tammy exclaims, like the secret is bursting out of her. "I'm finally going to be a mommy, just like Aunt Anne." You take a good look at Tammy. You haven't seen a pregnant person in years, not since you landed at least. Aren't they supposed to glow? Tammy looks radiant with pride and excitement. Looking more closely, you realize that her dress is starting to curve out around the belly. Every baby born in the colony, even you and your friends, is a complex arrangement of inherited, donated, and altered genes, and sometimes not even related to their parents. If the council let Tammy have a baby, does that mean there will be more soon? Cal comes over and gives Tammy a gentle hug. "That's so cool, Tammy. You're going to be a great mom." As you stand around and marvel at Tammy's news, the adults start putting away the chairs and setting up for the games and contests. Oh, okay, politics time. Oh no, the bake-off! No! Hang on, I gotta go back in time. Time for the last bake-off ever. You join Cal and Tammy in the kitchens. "Hey, Abby," Cal says. Tammy gives you a little wave. "We tried to come up with a better pun than bake-on, but we couldn't. It's too good." It was pretty good. This year's theme is pie. You'll be responsible for forming a delicious flaky crust and a delectable filling. No soggy bottoms. Yeah, the baby's not here yet. Cal sits up straighter. Wait, I've got it, he cries. Let's see who has what it bakes. Oh, man. Oh, man. I gotta go. I can't take this anymore, man. There we go. Tammy's pie implodes, an oven malfunction, and it looks horrible. She's crushed, but she salvages what she can, and it turns out it tastes great. It tastes so good, in fact, that the judges overlook her presentation. Your pie, on the other hand, comes out looking and tasting great. You clearly have what it bakes. Oh yeah, I just don't have a piece of the whole pie. I am the pie. Alrighty-dighty. So Tammy's pregnant. With the little baby. We met the baby once before in another playthrough. I don't remember which one. But we're gonna meet them again. They live in this timeline. Tammy is sweeping the front stoop of the lounge, humming a little song to herself. As you approach, you see her stand up straighter and rub her back. Now that you know, it's clear she's pregnant. You wonder how you didn't catch on before Virtunalia. It's still mind-blowing that she's going to have a baby. The first child born somewhere who was themselves born in space. It's hard to believe she's only 1 year older than you. Little Tammy, who cried when toys break and is scared to leave the walls. She's going to be a mom. Tammy looks up as you approach and smiles. Hello, Yabby. It's so nice out today, don't you think? She's always thinks it's a nice day, even when it's pouring rain. Must be nice to be so cheerful all the time. You look beautiful. She smiles and goes a pretty shade of pink. Thank you, Yabby. That's so sweet. She does seem more centered and confident than you've ever known her to be. It radiates off her like a warm, glowing sun. When Lum had her on stage, embarrassed in front of the whole colony, you kept thinking, wow, Tammy's really a grown-up now. Tammy leans on her broom with a dreamy smile. I thought about it for a long time and talked to Aunt Anne and Dr. Instance and my dad, she says. I've always known I've wanted children. She giggles at the thought. Lots of them, so why not get started now? Aunt Anne and I are going to run the new creche, so I'll have plenty of help raising them, the same way I was raised, she adds. I might not be the strongest or smartest person in the colony, but I'm going to be the best mom. I know I can do this. Do you ever want to have kids, Yabby? Yes, lots! Tammy smiles happily. Oh, really? She exclaims. That's wonderful! I can't wait to see them in the creche. Tammy goes back to sweeping the stoop, adding little snippets of lyrics to her made-up song. Alright, I think by choosing that option, that is going to get us the parent ending, which I'm excited for, especially if we have Tammy by our side. Oh, you're about to leave when Aunt Anne calls you over. She's covered from hips to shoulders in taro flour, mixing bread dough to proof overnight and bake tomorrow morning before the breakfast service. Yabby, I have a favor to ask of you, she says, dusting off her hands. There's a spice I was meaning to ask the foragers to bring back for me from the Valley of Vertigo, but Utopia is moving them somewhere else next week. They brought back some once. It has such an intriguing flavor. She looks eager. But it's rare. Would you mind looking for more the next time you're out foraging? Of course, Auntie. What is it, though? She beams and pinches your cheek. That's my brave little one, she coos. Thank you. From what I hear, if you look for a large flower with yellow petals, the spice comes from the reddish-purple stems inside. You know what a salmon is, right? The long, thin part? You take note of it on your hollow palm. Alright, I'm looking for the flower with yellow petals, I believe. I don't have any on me right now, unfortunately. But we will keep an eye out. Alright, I'm gonna shelter in the quarter still. Alright, we're waiting. Oh yeah. When you wake up the next morning, you realize you can't stomach another day of being cooped up in your room because this was during the siege. Your anxiety has congealed into boredom. Anemone and Vase are either fighting or sleeping, and you haven't heard from Deece in days. You bet your other friends would appreciate a visit, though. Join Tammy and Cal. Tammy and her dad are staying with Cal and his family in their other suite, though Uncle Tonin is taking a shift on the walls. Cal peers out through the window. I can't believe it's still going on. What's gotten into them all? Tammy joins him at the window, her ears twitching. She rests her hands on her huge pregnant belly. She's due any day now, probably. I can hear all the monsters out there, Tammy whispers. I hope my dad is safe. Cal tucks her under his shoulder and they both stare out the window in silence. Eventually, you manage to coax them back to play a few hollow games, but they're still very scared and subdued. The siege has ended. Shut up! Shut up, Blum. Shut up! Alright, well this may be a shorter video than before, but we only have 2 years left after this, so I figure we'll do this 1 year, and then the next episode will probably be 2 years all in one, so it'll be a big finale before we move on to the next person. And as for the next person, I know I mentioned I was thinking of doing Rex next, but I wanted to ask, should we do Rex next, or should we get the last 2 special endings we're missing with Dees first? That would probably be shorter, because although I will run through all of the Dees-related scenarios again no matter what, I will pretty much avoid anything else. It'll just be looking at Dees, so it'll probably only take a few episodes. I'll probably split it in between, like, child, teen, and then adult when we get all the endings with Dees. So let me know, because we actually haven't dated Dees all the way anyway, so I would probably get the Explorer ending with him just to see what that would look like. So let me know, Rex or Dees, or Nomi Nomi if you want to throw the wild card in there, or Mars. We still have quite a few people we can date. But until next time, I want to say thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider subscribing. Remember to take care of yourself, be excited for the arrival of new life, and have a good day.